I always believed that the strongest relationships were built on trust. I believed that when two people joined their lives together, honesty wasn't just a promise, it was the backbone of everything. And for years, I lived with the comfort of thinking I had that. I thought I had a partner who valued me, cherished our home, and respected the little life we'd built. Until the night everything fell apart, and the truth hit me harder than any heartbreak I'd ever known. It started innocently. It always does. My husband had been working late more often during the last few months, sometimes twice a week, sometimes 3. At first, I didn't question it. His company had been going through restructuring, and he said they were understaffed, overloaded, and dealing with impossible deadlines. I understood. Or at least I tried to. But there was always this tiny feeling inside me, like a quiet whisper I tried to ignore. Something felt different. He was more distracted, less affectionate. His smile felt rehearsed, and every time he reached for his phone, he angled the screen away from me as if protecting state secrets. I told myself I was imagining things, that stress can change people, that marriage has phases, and this was one of them. I reminded myself that trust is important, but trust without clarity becomes blindness, and I would soon learn that I had been blind for far too long. One Friday evening, I prepared his favorite dinner, hoping he might come home early for once. I even wore the dress he said he loved, the soft one that made him smile when I walked into the room. I wanted to reconnect, to feel close to him again, to feel like we were still us. But an hour passed, then 2, then 3. I kept checking the clock, telling myself not to get upset. When the phone finally rang and I saw his name flash across the screen, relief washed over me only to turn into something else the moment I answered. He sounded rushed, breathless. "I'm sorry, I won't make it tonight. Work is crazy. Don't wait up." Before I could respond, he hung up. No "I love you," no exclamation, just a cold excuse I had heard too many times. Something inside me cracked a little. Not enough to break me, but enough to make me stop accepting things at face value. I stared at my reflection in the window, my eyes tired and heavy, and I wondered when I had become the woman who waited alone in a quiet house for a man who no longer seemed to miss her. Later that night, I heard a soft chiming sound from the living room. His work tablet left on the couch. Normally it was password protected, but this time it wasn't. The screen lit up with a message preview. Just a few words, just enough to make my heart plummet. At first, I froze. My breath caught in my throat and I stared at those words as if they were written in fire. I wasn't the jealous type. I didn't snoop, but that message, it wasn't something I could ignore. My fingers trembled as I picked up the tablet. I didn't want to see more. I didn't want confirmation of what my heart already knew. But something pushed me forward. Pain, maybe, or the desperate need for truth. I opened the messages. The conversation was long, weeks long, full of late-night texts, playful teasing, romantic confessions, and plans. Plans to meet, plans to be together, plans that had nothing to do with me. Every message felt like a stab to my chest. Every emoji, every good night that wasn't meant for me, every flirtatious comment, every promise. It felt like the world I had built was collapsing around me. The worst part? The tone of the messages, the softness, the tenderness, was the version of him I hadn't seen in months. He wasn't burned out. He wasn't distant because of stress. He wasn't tired from long nights at work. He was giving someone else the love he had taken from me. I didn't cry right away. I sat in silence, numb, staring at the screen until the words blurred. My chest felt heavy, as if a weight had settled on it. I tried to breathe, but each inhale burned. And still, a part of me hoped there was some explanation, some misunderstanding, some way this could not be what it looked like. So I waited. He came home at 2 a.m. The scent hit me first. Perfume. Not mine, not subtle, a bold, sweet scent that clung to his clothes like guilt. His hair was slightly messy, his shirt untucked. He didn't expect me to be awake. When he saw me sitting on the couch in the darkness, his eyes widened. "What are you doing up?" I held up the tablet. His blood drained from his face. For a moment, he didn't speak. Then he tried to smile, an awkward, broken smile I had never seen before. "It's not what you think?" That sentence, I swear, I almost laughed because it was exactly what I thought. I saw the messages. All of them. His shoulders fell. He sat across from me, avoiding my eyes. And then came the excuses. It wasn't serious, it just happened, I was lonely, I didn't want to hurt you, it didn't mean anything. Every word stabbed me deeper. Finally, I asked the only question that mattered. "Do you love her?" He hesitated, and that hesitation, that tiny pause, was my answer. My world shattered. The tears finally came, burning down my cheeks, each one carrying a piece of my heart. I felt humiliated, betrayed, abandoned by the very person who had promised never to hurt me. He reached out, but I pulled away. I couldn't bear to be touched by the same hands that had held someone else hours earlier. I asked him to leave. He didn't fight it. He didn't apologize again. He didn't plead. He just grabbed a jacket and walked out the door. Like the decision had already been made long before that night. Like I was simply the last chapter he needed to close. When the door shut behind him, I collapsed on the floor and cried in a way I had never cried before. The kind of cry that empties you, that strips you down to nothing, that makes you realize how strong you'll need to be to stand up again. The next morning, the house felt different. Quiet. Empty. But not in the painful way I expected. It felt calm. Like the storm had finally passed. I made myself breakfast, sat at the table alone, and for the first time in months, I didn't feel the weight of his distance. I didn't feel unwanted. I felt free. Heartbroken, yes, but free. As the days passed, I started picking up the pieces. I went for long walks, I listened to music I loved, I journaled my feelings. I reminded myself that healing isn't linear. It's messy, unpredictable, and slow, but it's worth every step. And slowly, the pain softened. The betrayal stopped being a sharp wound and became a scar, one I knew I would carry, but one that would eventually stop hurting. I learned to love myself again, to trust myself again, to believe that betrayal doesn't define me. And I realized something powerful. Sometimes losing someone isn't the tragedy, it's the blessing. Because the person who betrays you is not the person who deserves you. Before I move forward, I want to speak directly to you, the listener of this story. If you've ever been lied to, betrayed, or made to feel like you weren't enough, please hear this. You are enough. You are stronger than you think. You deserve honesty, loyalty, and real love. And if the story touched your heart even a little bit, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Your support helps stories like this reach more people who might be going through the same pain. As for me, my healing didn't happen overnight. I cried, I questioned everything, I doubted myself. But over time, I discovered something beautiful. There is life after heartbreak. There is joy after betrayal. And there is a future beyond the pain. One morning, months later, I looked in the mirror and didn't see a broken woman anymore. I saw someone stronger, someone wiser, someone capable of walking away from what hurt her and stepping into a new chapter with courage. And that was the real victory. Not getting revenge, not winning him back, not proving anything to anyone. The victory